Researchers at Auburn University are finding more economical ways to fertilize and nourish plants. The secret lies in wastewater from fish.
The water that's excess in the fish tank, we take out anywhere from 1 to about 5% of the water a day, depending upon the biomass in the tank and the amount of feed being added. And we will take that and use it to fertigate different plants. And we've cultured everything from tomatoes and bell peppers to now woody plants with some native azaleas and plants like liripe or monkey grass that are not so much for the food end of things, but more for the ornamental horticulture folks. So it's a way to recapture nutrients that we've invested in terms of feeds, but the fish were not able to either capture at that time or weren't able to utilize that form of nutrients, whereas the plants really like it.
This is proving to be a practical application for Alabama farmers.
Well, farmers in Alabama have long looked for this kind of thing as a farm enterprise, but because we're in a temperate zone, and these happen to be tropical fish, we couldn't culture them outdoors in rural Alabama, even in very South Alabama. We couldn't do that during the wintertime in most years. Unless you had a spring in the pond, typically the tilapia that we're culturing here, would die, sometime after Thanksgiving because the water temperature would drop below about 53 degrees. Well, since we have this different kind of production apparatus in the fish greenhouse here, it allows us to do that, economically throughout the course of the year.
By using this method of fertilization, farmers are also providing environmental benefits, such as recycling a product that would have simply washed away.
One of the big technological breakthroughs, if you will, is in the diffuser hose that we aerate the tanks with, that aerate the fish. It's actually made from ground up automobile tires, and the little rubber particles are attached back together with a special resin, and it allows you to have a diffuser tube that is very porous and requires very little energy to push air through it and out the hose to aerate the water. Now on the feed end of things, we're harvesting some of the excess nutrients from the water and applying it in plants that we don't have to buy the full complement of fertilizers for.
This method will also keep America as a top player in the worldwide agricultural market.
Used to be we had the Atlantic Ocean, we had the Pacific Ocean. There were big barriers to trade, but it's because of distance and time and whatnot involved. Well, those things are now not barriers anymore, and so whether we like it or not, and I happen to believe it's a good thing because we can export what we produce here if we're efficient at it. Now, if we're not efficient at it, people are going to send it here. Now, right now with tilapia, we're importing a lot more tilapia by far than we're producing here in the United States or in Alabama specifically. But that market share can change if we take advantage of utilizing this kind of technology that other folks around the world don't have yet, and they don't have the reliability and the utility grid, roadways and whatnot that we have here in this country. So we can compete effectively just about in any place in the world, even where there's places that can employ 25 people for what it costs typically to employ one American.